Okay, there we go. I think we're quote-unquote good now? Oh, Yulia, no worries. Stuff happens. And hello, Talon. How's everything going as you judge me with the bird of judgment? Are you judging me because we're changing games now? Is that what it is? Is that what's happening? That's okay. That's okay. But hopefully you're doing good. Yeah, so, since you were here for it, basically, my PS4 tried to do an update and it broke. So, here we are, playing FGO. So, hopefully I'll be able to get my PS4 fixed, because, there's a game I have to finish on that. Oh boy, that would kind of suck. But hey, I'm glad it's your day off, though. Hopefully it's been a relaxing one. So, since we're kind of changing plans here, essentially we're just going to be doing some more farming for boxes and stuff. Maybe even by the end of it, attempting to do some of the challenge crest things. I highly doubt it because I tried doing some of them and brute forcing my way through, and it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So, but that's okay. I need more items anyway. Plus, I do prefer the farming streams, because the farming streams do make it a lot easier for me to talk with you guys, so I can just pay attention to stuff. I'm actually just going to change some options here real quick. Hold, please. We'll change the voices down. There we go. But yeah, Talon, I'm glad everything is relaxing for you. And for everybody else, hopefully the day was good. Alright, I think we have everything here. So we should be good, question mark? Yeah, okay, let's go. At least this time I don't have to do any weird, janky, farming setups to be able to make this work. So I think the goal for today is just going to get as probably another box, and that will put me at about 80 or so, and we'll be good to go. Oh, perfect! Thank you, Yulia. Yulia, I know you just started with FGO recently. If you don't mind me asking, how far are you into the game? / have you gotten any servants that you like? If memory serves me correctly, I believe Sir Gawain is one of them, so I don't know if you've gotten Sir Gawain yet. I hope so. That'd be awesome. I like Sir Gawain. Uh-oh. Is that an oh dear as in you haven't played it a lot or you have played it a lot? Ah, okay, gotcha. No worries. If it makes you feel any better, I've technically been playing this game since it came out in the US. This is technically my second account, because I kind of stopped playing for a little bit because I was just busy with life and stuff. And I accidentally deleted the file on my phone, not realizing that's where the data is, and it was gone. Thankfully, I didn't have too much invested in the game, so it wasn't too bad. But when I started replaying again, I was very slow. And technically speaking, I didn't really do anything unless there was a banner that was out that I wanted to roll on. Or just to do events. So I was super behind the story for like the longest time. I think it was what? By the time, I think I finally got caught up after like almost like a year and a half of replaying the game. Back in April, I think? Whenever Lost Belt 4 came out, that's literally when I was like, okay, there's a, or no, it wasn't when Lost Belt 4 came out, it was there was a certain event, I think it was Guragura 3, when that event came out, I decided, like, you know what, I kind of need to get back into the swing of things, so I bum rushed the entire game. Oh, you play Grand Blue? How is that game? I've never played it myself, but I always loved the character design and just the overall vibe of the game. Plus, the fighting game looks really cool, too. I don't know, like, actually, now that I think about it, is Grand Blue, the mobile game, over in the US just yet? Or is that still just relegated to JP? Oh, it's fun! Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to, like, really, like, look into it that much. But I definitely want to at least give it a go, if not for just a little bit. I mean, as I attempt to try and keep up with FGO. Thankfully, there's not much that I have to do outside of, wait. I still have to beat Lost Belt 4 and the Pseudo Singularities. Crap. Never mind, I have a lot to do. The events are translated in real time in English and the same as the JP events are released. Oh, okay. Okay. So how would one be able to play it? Do you need like a special phone or a special setup for your phone to be able to get it because it's in Japan? I know that some people do something similar in for FGO to be able to play JP. So I'm never aware of how 100% that works. Though, as much as I would love to go play JP, I don't think I could feasibly do so, considering I put so much time into this game, and it's like, but I don't want to start over. It would be kind of fun maybe to do as like we'll just do this for like a free-to-play or like a free-to-play account. But unfortunately, I don't think I stream enough to where I could justify it. Unfortunately. But if at the very least, if Grand Blue is not available in the US, if I can find a way to play it, I definitely will give it a try. Or at the very least, try the fighting game. Fighting game I heard was really good. And again, it still keeps on to those really cool character designs for stuff. Have to have a mobile cap. There's an app version, but the browser is better. Oh, so you can actually, so you can play the game on browser? Or I'm sorry, you can play the game on your computer? Oh, that's awesome! I like that. Huh? Okay. If it's that easy, I'll have to look into it. Fighting game is great too? Awesome. Okay. I'll have to put on my list of games to get and try out eventually. I'm normally never the biggest fighting game person. At least competitive wise, because I don't think I have the mental energy to pull stuff like that off. It's fun to play like every once in a while. I normally play just for the story, or in the case of like the case of like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear, for the music. Okay, on PC. All right, Yulia, you've convinced me. I will see if I can give it a go at some point. Oh, and Talon, your fighting games are your favorite? Nice, nice. Do you have a particular favorite one that you gravitate to more? If I had a choice, I would say I'll mention Guilty Gear / Blaze Blue, so that's where I've put most of my time. Mortal Kombat, okay, the classics. The classics. And Smash Brothers, also a classic. Which is a stark reminder I need to play more Smash Brothers, considering I have a lot of friends in the community that like to play. I think they at least try to keep up a little bit, maybe. But yeah, I don't think I've found, like, and maybe it's just because I haven't found like a fighting game or anything like that. Oh, D-Max! Thank you for the raid! Hello! Welcome in, peoples! How y'all doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing a goods. Uh-oh. Oh Oh no, the effects are not working. No! God damn it, the Scuffs returns. This seems like just like my day today. I'm sorry. God damn it. FGO's been going good. We just been, this is actually just, we were supposed to be playing Genshin Impact today, but unfortunately, my PS4 decided to crap out, so we just moved to this. Scuff is the strongest spell, yes. Oh boy. Maybe I'll be able to get this fixed. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can, fix it. Sometimes it fixes itself, at the very least. And it's no worries, stuff happens. Let's see if this works. Hey, I got it working again. We're good. There's our snow. All right, so since you asked for it, we're gonna run that by one more time. Yay, snow! The snow is nice. It makes me happy. Oh, Monster Hunter 2 Stories. How's that game been? Like, I haven't played it myself. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. And no worries, no worries. Thank you so much for coming by. I super appreciate it. Yes, please, yes. I must know more about the Monster Hunter. You have a good one, my dude. Take it easy. We're just gonna be just sitting back and just talking about just games and life and stuff. Which is always nice. We're gonna have a Comfy stream today. Comfy is good. It's a meteor Pokemon, less species, but way more vibe with fighting and catching. Okay, that's legit. Okie dokie. Oh, okay, that's another thing that I just remember that I have to go do for myself. Set up something for alert command. Yeah, I gotta go do that. Whoopsie! The scuffing continues. Let me just put myself, let's just put more bronze fruit in the mix here. And then we'll just continue on. I don't remember how many golden apples I'm going to need to be able to get another 6,000 tickets. But I mean, we'll see, I suppose. I want to at least say something since the Halloween event is coming up in a few weeks, and I didn't finish that when it was around. Or now that I think about it, I don't think I did the Halloween event at all. Right, wait! I think with the wait. No, you know what? I didn't do it because I wasn't caught up. Alright, I completely forgot about that. I wasn't caught up. That's why we're here. Well, I am now, so I have no excuse. Hello, other Scotty. I need another Scotty. I'll just take this one. That's fine. So long as we have a Scotty that allows me to have at least 2 tickets, I will be good. Plus, if nothing else, this just gives me a definite excuse to get some of my units up to rank 10 in the bonds. I forget which bond ECE Emma Dantes gets for himself. Now that I think about it, I don't think it's anything good. I just like the look of it. I did get Scotty's though recently. Actually, I think I got it on stream. Now that I think about it, so. But yeah, we were talking about fighting games before. So Yulia, do you have any fighting games that you like? And I will do my best. Thank you. Outside of a Grand Blue. Like literally, the minute I hear the word blue, I just think Blaze Blue instantly. Just instantly. As janky as the story was for that game, the combat and the gameplay was really fun. Plus, the characters were really unique too. So, and the music was made by probably one of the best game music developers of all time, next to Shokin. Like, if any of you have never played, have ever played a Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear especially, and you have not heard the music for Guilty Gear, and you're a fan of like hardcore rock, you should do yourself a service and just give some listen to some of their music. Oh my god, it's so good. The music is just so good. Okay, so Super Smash Brothers and then BlazBlue Guilty Gear. Okay, awesome. As Animu focused as BlazBlue was, and as convoluted as the story was, I still really enjoyed it. I freaking love the game. Now that I think about it, I don't think I finished every single BlazBlue game because I wanted to know the end of the story, but I haven't finished the cross battle game, which is an awful shame because I like the concept of that. Also, the fact that there was characters from Ruby, and I adore Ruby to pieces. So, might be a slight bias? Maybe? I have no shame. I love Ruby. Ruby is awesome. Either that, or this is just like, I'm in too deep, and I'm liking it out of, just being dedicated to the series for so long. Music for that show is good, too. I will say, even though fighting games are even though I do like certain fighting games, they're not my biggest focus. I'm definitely an RPG person. Just give me my turn-based RPG games that has a lot of customization, and I am happy. Which, speaking of, I'm actually looking to get really soon. What was the name of the game? The name escapes me. Why does it escape me? It just came out too. Wrath of the Divine or something like that? Game that's basically D&D, but not. End something. I keep wanting to say Endwalker, but I know that's not the case. Oh, this is gonna drive me up the wall, isn't it? Because I cannot remember. Man. I'm starting to think that rather than being elf, I'm like part goldfish. Or part owl, or something like that. Maybe I'm related to Mume. Mume forgets stuff all the time. Maybe I'm related. It's some like super generational gap or something like that. I don't know. Pathfinder, that's what it was called. God damn it. Yes. Pathfinder, thank you. I don't know why I could not remember that name of the game for the life of me. Yes, I was looking forward to getting Pathfinder. It looks like a more in-depth version of Dragon Age. Also another game that I want to play for the channel, and I was thinking about playing relatively soon. I think I might get the game and maybe try it out for myself for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily stream it. I think I might just play it in my own time. For Dragon Age, I am definitely playing that for you guys. Like, especially for those of you who've never played a Dragon Age game. Like, that just gives me an excuse to gush about that game. Especially if you're into medieval stuff, like medieval knights and things. Yeah, Yulia. If you've never played the game before, it is, oh my god. I still say that game has probably some of the best writing I've ever seen for a game. Combination of game/character development. And the writing for the character is just, oh my god. Never have I seen a game where just the story banter, or just the story is just as good, or at least the character banter is just as good, if not as good, as the banter for or the story or the narration for the story itself. It just helps make the game and the story of the game so much more real, and the characters much more relatable. Which, as a writer, that is probably, in my mind, it's one of the hallmarks of a good story, is just having good characters. Because you can have a mediocre like setting and premise for your story, but if the characters are really relatable and likable, that elevates your story just to extreme levels. But if that game's gonna get played, it will be sometime soon. I will guarantee you that. I just have to figure, it's just a matter of, I have to figure out what Dragon Age game I want to play. Since we have 3 of them. Which is funny, which is a little bit funny, because I have a VTuber friend of mine, Morikuma. She actually is looking to go do a bit of the same, since she loves the Dragon Age series too. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll hold off a little bit until we get a closer. Well, you know what? No, that's probably a bad idea, considering how long Dragon Age is. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie now that I think about it. Well, it's gonna happen. It's like, if it's gonna happen, it's definitely gonna happen in like the next like couple weeks. I'll have to retool my schedule, since I do have some stuff that I'm looking to do next month, considering it will be both my birthday and my 6-month anniversary of streaming. Technically speaking, I've been started VTubing at the beginning of the year, so, but I'm not counting that. I'm counting the stream time. Actually, Yulia, now that I look at the comment, you saying look forward to it, I just can't help but think about Yoshi P. Whenever they go and say, you know, whenever they go and say, please look forward to it. Hype. Yeah. It feels like time's gone by super quick for it, but yeah, I've been doing this for 6 months. Definitely doesn't feel like it, but it's definitely been longer than I've streamed in the past. I think the longest I've streamed for is about a month. In like little intervals here and there, so. Now that I think about it, speaking of 14, who here is excited for the live letter? Who here is excited for the live letter this Saturday, well, this Friday? I cannot wait. I need to know what the new jobs are gonna do. I must know what's gonna happen to my Red Mage. Please. Well, I was about to say, like, please don't ruin Red Mage, but you can't really. It's very basic, so you can't screw. You can't screw. I don't think you can screw up Red Mage. And I actually have something planned for when the live letter comes out. Not gonna say anything about it right now, but it will be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. So look forward to that little video that's gonna come out. But yeah, I'm hoping that, and granted, it's nearly impossible to like get the jobs to a point where everything's like super even, because stuff's just gonna happen, especially unexpected things. If I had like a wish list, and I offer this question to everybody here who plays 14 as well, what's everybody's wish list for what either their job or one job that they enjoy what do you want out of that job? What do you want some new changes to be, or some new additions? For myself, I want for Red Mage. Red Mage is the way Red Mage plays right now is fine. It could be nice if they added maybe a little more to do, even though there is plenty enough to do when especially when you're like raiding and stuff, since there is a lot of RNG involved with the job. If they added like something extra to keep track of, I wouldn't be opposed to it. At the same time, I personally would like Red Mage to have more utility. Like something outside of the dual cast res that it's known for right now. Like give it something, like give it some stuff that's equivalent to like what Ninja has. Cause the way I look at Red Mage in the kind of scope of the other casters, you have Black Mage as your, big damage with no utility whatsoever. Or very little utility, I should say. I know that Black Mage can do a few, like one or two things for the party. Summoner's kind of in the middle, where it does decent damage, and as well as has some utility. Then Red Mage itself should, in my mind, do the least amount of damage, which I'm totally fine with, since I love the job. But then have some utility of some sort, or something that can add to the party outside of Embolden. And of course, like the dual cast resing. Then also, and speaking of Embolden, having Embolden not work for just physical damage, just have Embolden, even if you have to scale the damage down a little bit, or the buff down a little bit, just make it apply to everyone. So that way everybody's getting a little boost. That would be, even if they just did that, that would be more than enough. Because then people were like, hey, free attack buff for everybody every couple of minutes. And then for Summoner, since that's another job that I play, I personally would like to see, I don't know what's going to happen. I know that Summoner is going to be one of like the big name jobs that's going to be reworked. I'm hoping that they take a book out of the little trailers that we've seen for Reaper, and they basically just do without the pet system entirely. Not to say that I'm not a fan of the pet system. I love that concept. I love the concept of summoning like creatures to your side to assist you in battle. That's one of my favorite mainstays. It doesn't work as well as I would like to. And I'm sure there's others who've played Summoner who understands that pain. So my hope is just, if they do away with the pet system altogether, and just had it to where whenever a summoner used a skill, we just keep the skills for the most part, but then just relegate it to just you doing attack, the summoner will appear, and then that will be it, and it'll disappear, kind of like a traditional summoner. It would be very on flavor, and would still, and their playstyle wouldn't necessarily change. If anything, oh, we got another CE. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to use it. God damn it. Oh, well. But that's just me. Considering I played Summoner when I first started the game, like that would be, I would feel more inclined to play the job, because I do raiding stuff as well. So if I had a choice, I would I feel much more comfortable playing Red Mage in Rage rather than playing Summoner, which is unfortunate, because I love Summoner, but it's Summoner. For those who haven't played Summoner, it's a bit button mash the job. And unfortunately, it's a little more punishing, at least, than it was back when I played it. So, that's another thing I hope they fix. If they change the rotation around where you're not, like, 100% screwed, or have to, like, or you'll be behind if you, like, die, or anything like that. Like, it was really bad in Shadowbringers, unfortunately. That's one of the other reasons why I moved over to playing Red Mage. Outside of the fact that Red Mage lets you use a sword while casting magic. Because knights. So, I'm hoping that they at least mitigate that a little bit. What about you? What about you, Yulia? Do you have any wishes for things that they could add? Because I know you play Bard right now, and then Red Mage as well. I believe you play Bard at least, if memory serves me correctly. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Another thing is too, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Sage plays. Because that job looks like it's going to be fun, and I love the aesthetic. Probably because of the fact that it's Charlayan based. I fucking love Charlaya. Okay, you do main Bard. Alright, that's what I thought. I knew you, in the bits that I've dabbled with Bard, I'm also addicted to new housing. Yeah, that's fair. I can totally relate to that. Though I will be honest, I haven't touched my house in quite some time. Mainly because I want to get a mansion to do what I want to do with. But yeah, I'm very much a fan of housing items because I like to make them for both my own use and then of course selling them as well. Do you have a house in any particular well, let me ask you this. Where's your house located at? Do you have it like in the Mist? In the God, now I think about it. Like where are the other two housing areas? I should know this because I've had a house in each at least once. Oh no, I was with the wrong button. Whoopsie. Because I think my first house was in Ul'dah. And then I moved from there to a better spot in Gridania, and then found a beachside. I ended up finding a beachside house, back during the beginning of Stormblood. So I was literally like right on the water in the Mist. I have a medium now, and I moved. So you have a house in the Goblet. Okay, nice. The Goblet's good too, especially now that they add that water fountain. That's where my group's old FC is. Is your house by that giant water fountain that they added? But yeah. But Ishgard, that's true. Are you gonna make the attempt to try and get into Ishgard at all? Are you gonna try to fight? Right beside the waterfall. Nice! Oh, I love that little swimming area that they added. It was so needed there. It's so good. But you want to try? Yeah, that's fair. I will say this. I am a huge, I love Ishgard, and if I had a choice of the four places, I would definitely want to have a house there. Also, because there's a lot of snow, and it's a castle, and you're literally just on a giant castle. So, plus, my in canon, or at least in my head canon, my character is actually from Ishgard, so it would be very fitting. But I don't want to have to fight people if I can help it. So, I'm probably not going to go. I'm probably not going to go for Ishgard, though my besties definitely are, and I wish them the best of luck for that. What I'm going to try to do, if I can save up enough funds to do it, I'm gonna try and get I'm gonna try for a mansion, but in the mist. And rather than dealing with the whole lottery thing, which I think is probably, which I know it's not a it's a solution for the current system that we have right now, but I hope in the future that they are able to expand on it and make it better to where everybody's at least able to get a house or something equivalent to a house, if at all possible. But Yulia, I wish you the best of luck as well with getting your house. I hope you're able to get one in Ishgard. And then maybe if you are able to, and once the cross-world system is able to work, I will be able to come and visit. I want to see your house. I want to see how it all looks. Which I'm definitely going. What I'm gonna. I've already set a goal for myself. I'm not gonna work on my house until I'm sure that whether I'm gonna be able to get a mansion or not. If I am, I'll just work on that and then just work on building that up and making that look pretty. If not, then I'll work on my medium and just stay put for the time being. Yeah, it's so unfortunate because I know that's a huge part for why people that's a really nice thing to kind of sink your teeth into. And it would be great if everybody, that would be such a good boon for in multiple areas, I imagine, if everybody was able to have access to a house. Like, if they had something set up to where, now, this would take away the bits of, community and such, but if you can have it situated where your house, rather than it being in all the houses being in one instance area, it would be cool if we could have it just where everybody has their own housing instance, and then they could get whatever they can get whatever size they want if they work up to it and have to pay for it, of course. People will be able to come and visit to see their home, all that stuff. That way everybody can have something and design it however they want to. Even if they could have a lawn. The only difference is they won't have the sense of community and such. But I mean, I don't know enough about game development and such to really say for sure if that's even feasible or what is feasible. So I can't knock the development team too much. But of course, like with anything, all we can do is just hope that something better will come down the line. I know a couple of people were saying that with the new, with that new almost Animal Crossing system that they're going to be putting into the game during Endwalker, that we will be able, that maybe that will have a sort of instant housing that way, and that's how people can get their housing if they so choose. If they did something like that, that'd be great. But again, we'll just have to see. Yeah, it's just, especially now, there are just so many people that are just joining the game, and they're most likely not going to be sticking around in the game. Oh, but not even including the people that are coming in for Endwalker. That's going to be insane. So it's I don't know. There's just a lot that there's definitely a lot more that can be done. Let's just say, but I am excited to see how that Animal Crossing system is going to look. It is along with that for Endwalker, I personally just want to go to Charlea. I need Charlea in my life. That is probably that's been the number one place that I wish to go to, or at least we're hoping we were going to go to at some point in time, even if it was just for maybe a small area or even for a dungeon. But I'm so happy that that's going to be our new, like, our main story hub. I'm curious to know where our hub is going to be, like, after the fact. Like, are they going to do something similar to what they did in Stormblood and make it to where Alamigo, or at least the like the first major area in Alamigo, is going to be the main, both the beginning hub and the end hub? That would be really cool. Because, like, Charlotte is a huge place, so they can pull that off with ease. Uh-oh, I hit the wrong button then. Okay. Well, it's only an extra turn. Stop bullying Dantes. Don't do that. That's me. Don't bully the Dantes. Bop. All right, bye, Siegfried. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for Charlea, for Sage, which I'm hoping we get more information about, to see just how all this crazy story, 10-year storyline finally ends. I would like my closure, please. Along with just seeing what's going to happen next for the game. Considering how big it is, I'm curious to see what the next set of game, or the next set of story, or the big major storyline they're going to have is going to be going forward. And then it will also just give me an excuse to come up with more headcanon for my main character. That I'm super excited about. I actually, for those of you who know that my 14 character was actually, when I first started VTubing, was actually a Lalafell, and I had him around for a while. It was my kind of want to just do something different. But considering that we're going into like the end of the major story, I wanted to bring back my Lady Ara to finish the story with, because she's been with me through thick and thin, through most of the story. So I'm just I want to see her kicking the crap out of Xenos. She is very much a knight in the truest of senses. So I'm super excited to get that done. Also, with that coming up, or with Endwalkers just around the corner and just literally like less than 2 months, I will be doing some more Final Fantasy XIV streams. Some maybe doing some like fun dailies and such, and maybe some catching up on some other things that I've been meaning to. Heck, maybe I could get some other VTubers together and we could go and play together. Because I love to play with more people who play 14 in the VTuber community. It'd be a lot of fun. We could have a nice little collab stream. Maybe do some raids and stuff. But more than anything, what I need to catch up on. Yeah, I know Yulia. I know that we've been talking about trying to go and play, so I'd be totally down if you'd want to go and just play together at some point in time. Just a matter of when it works for you. If you are interested, of course, no pressure at all. I never like to put words in people's mouths. Though one thing I definitely you will be seeing me stream on, I will be doing fish a lot. I'm gonna probably be doing like dedicated fishing streams. Since of all the crafters, I do not have fishing level at all, and I really want to catch up and get that to max, so I don't get caught with my pants down like I did last in Shadowbreaker. I really could have used having a fisher. Excuse me. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I forget where I left off with leveling my Fisher. I think it's like at level 20 or around level 20, so I still have a ways to go. But with all like the resources and things at my disposal, that shouldn't be hard. I'm not too worried. Plus, maybe I can make a little. Plus, if I can figure out a way to do it, I can make a little extra gil that I can put towards my housing fund. Literally, the goal is just going to be to get to 20 to the 30 million. Because then I can at least guarantee that I'll have enough for a mansion, no matter how much it costs. Because I will be doing the transfer. Or the transfer rather than just buying a house outright, because it applies the amount that you paid for your current house to it. Which, thank God, that is an amazing system. I love that system. But I will. But we'll see. But we'll see how that does. I'll probably start doing that in the next coming weeks and such. Man, so many games to play, so little time. But I am totally cool with that. But I have to ask, since Endwalker's definitely a big game for me coming out. Also, the new Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake is another one I'm super excited about. Is there any games that you guys out there are looking forward to? And maybe could possibly suggest for me to take a look into, because I'm always looking for new games. Oh dear, I think I messed that up. Yeah, I messed that up. I hit the wrong buttons. Whoopsie. Oh well. The next wave's going to be interesting, to say the least. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, outside of, the new Tales just came out, so I'm mostly looking forward to that. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. I keep hearing really good things about the Tales series. I attempted one of them, but I wasn't a huge fan. But I'm starting to think that might partly have been just the Tales game itself that I just wasn't a fan of. So I'm definitely looking for a new Tales game to possibly try. Maybe I'll stream it. I must learn. Like, are there any Tales games that you can recommend, Yulia? Oh yeah, okay. It's still 4 turns. Now we're fine. Singer, no, stop that. Stop hitting me with your daggers. With your sword daggers. Wait, why did I say sword daggers? Daggers are literally just swords. Tiny swords. God damn it. But do you, out of curiosity, do you have a Tales game that's your absolute favorite of the bunches that you played? It really depends on your rival games. Some are more lighthearted, others more darker theme. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, and I imagine that's the case with like any game. But Vesperia is always the way to go. Yeah, I think is Vesperia the one that I'm thinking of that my bestie thinks is like one of her absolute favorite games. Let me see. Yes, yeah, Vesperia. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that she always recommends. And she's been recommending to me for like ever. She adores that game. So I think I'll eventually give it a go. Once I listen to your friend. As much crap as I give her recommendations are normally spot on when it comes to stuff that are really good. So I do trust her in that regard. So I will add that Tales game to the list. it'll definitely give me some other things. I will say it'll definitely give me some other things to play, because I have a feeling that things might get dead a little after Shadowbreak. I'm sorry, Endwalker comes out. After, of course, like the main story and like the raid stuff comes out and things. So I'd probably say like beginning of next year is when that will. I think things will start dying down. So. Which is going to be really awkward when Pokemon comes out. I think, now that I think about it, I think Pokemon comes out the week after? Or the week before? So I should have some time to play that? I was originally thinking I might wait to play Platinum, but I don't know. I just might buy Diamond, stream it, we'll get through it, and then we'll just do, we'll do Endwalker afterwards. But yeah, that's gonna be, oh my god, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. And then I'll have to check to see how much we've gotten so far, because we're almost pushing about an hour and a half. So I'll be streaming a little while longer. So won't be too bad. Yep, and that should kill it. All right, we're good. But yeah, definitely a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline that I've been working on in the background. I can't talk about too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But we will definitely be getting some new lore stuff. You're enjoying the chill stream? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm really glad. That is the most important thing, more than anything else. As crazy and chaotic as I can be sometimes, I always do try to have as much of a chill vibe within that crazy as possible. Because I'm also messing with people. I like to be just, chill and have everybody just have a good time, you know? Being comfy is always, being comfy is the best. But yeah, so definitely, we'll definitely have a new outfit that I'm currently working on, which is, as of a few days ago, is officially done. So I will be revealing a new outfit for myself, which I am very proud of. I want to see if in the next couple weeks I can add a few things to it to really just make it just as perfect as it can be, or exactly how I'm envisioning. Gonna take some work, but I'm on the right track at the very least. And then we're gonna have some nice little lore bits, and I'm gonna starting sometime next month. I'm gonna start doing more lore bits, or start sharing more of my writing with people. So definitely look forward to that. Oh, thank you, Yulia. I've with some help and some suggestions, I think I found a way to incorporate my writing into my VTuber identity, along with just my just doing VTuber stuff in general. So I'm gonna try to see if this works for me, and then see where it goes. But yes, as the good man said, look forward to it. Hype. Whenever that ends up happening, probably sometime next month. If not, maybe a little later on. We'll see. We'll see. And then, what? I thought there was something else that I wanted to try doing too. I also, oh, that's what it was. I also wanted to, since we're getting a little more people into the Discord now, I wanted to see if maybe we could have something where we have like maybe like a weekly or a bi-weekly, like a movie night, or maybe like an anime night of some sort, where we can all just get together, just like chat, relax, get to know each other, so I can get to talk with you guys, and then just and just do something fun. Whether it be just even if it's not just like watching a movie or an anime or something like that, we could just like play games or something like that. Because that's definitely something that I want to try doing more, going forward. I'm not necessarily the best when it comes to keeping up with people and such. I try my best, though my work schedule, especially more recently, hasn't been very conducive to that. So I'm not able to talk with people as much as I'd like. Not just in my own Discord, but in other ones too. So I feel kind of bad that I'm not able to talk with everybody as much. But I'm hoping that if we can, get some days where we can all just hang out and talk with each other, then maybe that will change. But more on that later. I gotta figure out when the best time to do that. That's gonna fit with not just my schedule, of course, but with everybody's. But yes, for those of you who but if anybody here wants to go and join the Discord, there is a link both in my link tree, which you can hit exclamation point link tree for. Actually, you know what? Here, make it easier for everybody. There you go. Discord link's in there. If you want to go ahead and join and hang out and find when I stream and such, that would be the perfect place to do so. Also, all the people that are in there are amazing people, and they are a lot of fun to talk to, and I love them all to pieces. Alright, where are we at? So we're at 9K. So we gotta do about 3K more. Okay. Not terrible. We're a little over half. I think we're at least at the halfway point now. Alright. Yeah, we'll pick you, which is perfect. Actually, now that I think about it, let me check on something here real quick. Achilles. Man. So close and yet so far, you're almost at bond rank 10. Let me have bond rank 10. I need your craft essence, please. Like, you're like one of the main top people I wanted to get to level 10. Oh my, man. Come on. I need your unnecessarily stupidly busted equipment. Please, give me. For those of you who are not aware, Achilles, when he gets to bond rank 10, he gets a craft essence that gives, I think it gives like a small like attack of an HP buff, but he also gets I think it's a 30% damage boost to his Noble Phantasm, and when he enters the battlefield, he gives everybody a one-hit invincibility that lasts for so long as the character doesn't get hit. So he has an instant emergency note button for whenever he appears, for when he enters the battle. Oh goddamn! I love Achilles so much. I am so glad the RNG, the gacha gods had blessed me with him, even though I wasn't originally trying to roll for him. Hilariously enough, I got him when I was trying to roll for Scotty. Wait, what is this face? What is this face you're doing, Tad? Why are you staring at me? Are you judging me again? Why are you judging me? job. Nick's the bird of judgment. That's what he does. You're taking his job away from him. He will be very upset, and then he will stare at you. He will stare at you. He will judge you. When you sleep at night, he'll be looking outside. He will be outside of your window, watching, waiting, anticipating. Okay, there we go. You're double teaming me. Got it. All's well in the world. God damn it. That's another thing. I definitely need to get more emotes. Oh boy. It's a shame. Yeah, God damn it. That's definitely something I need to, like, I wish we were able to get more slots, but technically speaking, I do have slots for, like, bits and such. So, I plan on, I'm calling those emotes out, god damn it. I definitely will start, when I have an opportunity, I definitely will go and, buy more emotes, or get more emotes for both the Discord and for here. I think I still have room to add emotes for bit donations. So if you want some of those, we'll have that. Also badges. That's another thing. I need to find somebody to do badges. Which, now that I think about it, with some things that I've changed around, I may actually have an idea on what the badges will look like. I didn't realize this until now. So, yeah, look forward to that happening at some point in time. Next, don't you judge me. You know what the badges are going to look like. You've been around me long enough. But yeah, overall, just some fun things. We have some fun things down the pipeline and such. Though I will say this. I do need to start getting back into streaming this game more, because we do need to finish Lost Belts 5. I'm sorry, not Lost Belt 5. We need to prepare for Lost Belt 5. And I need to finish Lost Belt 4. I'm still debating whether or not I want to do maybe like a video series, just do it in my own time in one fell swoop, or if I want to just maybe find a couple of days and just start streaming it once a week or a few times a week, just so that way we can catch up. I'll have to see how conducive that is to my schedule, but we'll see. But yeah, I want to at least try when Lost Belt 5 comes out. I want to try to maybe spend a couple of days just streaming that game, and then move it, and then so that way we can just get it done and over with. I don't like being behind in games, but it always seems to happen, and it makes me sad. So, you know what? Now that I think about it. And this question is for everybody here, but specifically Yulia, if you're still there. Do you have a favorite servant outside of Gawain that you like? And I'm posing this question to everybody. Does anybody, for those of you who either play FGO or enjoy the Fate Stay Night series, does everybody have a favorite servant or a couple favorite servants that they like? Hell, we'll even go with like favorite servant class if you don't even have that. Really? Ozzy, yeah, Ozzy's awesome. Ozzy, the nicer Gilgamesh. Don't you stare at me, Talon. Don't you be judging. I'm not judging you. You don't judge me. But Ozzy's really good. Ozzy's super good. Did you hear about the speaking of Ozzy, did you hear about the buff that he got? Where now one of his skills actually makes sunlight. So if you're able to go and get Gawain for yourself, those two pair extremely well together because of that. Which I think is like, I'm surprised that Ozzy didn't do that before. Yeah, I think it's his noble either it's one of his skills or his noble phantasm creates sunlight for 3 turns. I cannot remember which one. But either way, it's a really cool ability. And Ozzy was already good. I'm hoping that Ozzy's like on my list of servants that like I won't like try and like go out of my way to roll for him, but I would be totally okay with getting a copy of him if able. Just so that way I can use them. I have a couple, now that I think about it, I have a couple of servants that are very much like that. Where it's just, I would love to have a copy, but they're not on my list of servants, which, I'm gonna have, like, next year's gonna be a time. But it will be a fun time. I'm just hoping the RNG gods are kind enough to end my suffering relatively early by blessing me with Sherlock Holmes as the free SSR servant for New Year's. I just need one copy of Sherlock Holmes. Please, let me have the best detective. Let me have him. I need him in my life. Oh, if only. If not, it's totally fine. I'm just gonna, like, he has his own solo banner anyway. It just means that I don't have to worry about going too, I can actually take more time to save up for Castoria when she comes out. Man, it's gonna be, I cannot wait for next year. Arts is gonna get so much love. I mean, it's still continuing to get, like, a ton of love right now. So, but I'm not complaining because I love Arts. That, like, Arts is what got me into this game. Tamama no Mai, my waifu, my favorite servant of all time, is the reason why I'm even playing FGO to begin with. I saw that she was a servant and I was like, I must play this game so I can get to Tamamo. And come to find out, she's a really good supporter for a type of playstyle that is right up my alley. So it was the ultimate win-win. The unfortunate thing is I don't get to play Tamamo as often as I like. Partly because even though I'm like, well, it's going to change definitely later on, but Arts teams, at least right now, are a little slow. Which, great for boss battles, especially if you're trying to survive. And typically, if I'm in a boss, like a major boss battle, I normally will just break out my Arts team, or some combination of my Arts team, and go from there. But if I'm lucky enough to get my own copy of Castoria, that I will definitely be using Art way more going forward. For farming, probably not, because I probably will not be rolling for Space Ishtar. So, because like the way I look at it, she's essentially just an Arts version of Dantes. Which, if that's the case, considering I have Dantes and NP3, I might as well just use Dantes. I already have all like the resources and stuff put into him, so I might as well use him, you know? Like, to me, it just makes no sense for me to do for me to invest more resources into another servant. Though though there is the fear that I won't be able to find like another Scotty quite as often, because everybody and their mom's going to be using everybody and their mom's going to be using Castoria if they're able to summon for her. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Worst case scenario, what I probably would end up doing if I didn't summon for Space Ishtar, and I wasn't able to get like any of the quote unquote like premier farming servants, I'm already going to be summoning for a servant that's good at looping for farming anyway, even though she's a Lancer. So I'll just use her, and I'll be content because I like her. I want, like, I'm referring to Vishra, who's coming out at the end of next year. I think around Christmas time, if memory serves me correctly, or close enough. I am very excited for Vishra, because we essentially get a Blue Fire Dragon Lady. Or, wait. I think their gender is ambiguous. I don't think they have a gender, even though they have a feminine body. I have to relook into that. But they're a really cool servant. So I must embrace the arts. I must have the Dragon Lady, or the Dragon person, I should say. Now that I think about it, though, I think I have like 8 people, like 8 servants that I'm going to try to summon for, or at least at the minimum 6 that are actually. I probably have like more like 3. If I'm being really honest, I probably have like 3. Hold on a second. It cut out on me. I might blast the mic real quick. Bear with me a moment. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. Okay, okay, there we go. It sounded like it was going to cut out again. I was a little worried. But since we're on the topic of Fate stuff, who here, like, has anybody here been watching any of the Fate franchise, or has watched any of the Fate franchise at all? Julia, I know you have. And thank you, I appreciate it. Uh-oh. Yay! Nice! Thank you! Nice and cool. That's actually really helpful, thank you. It's super warm. It's super warm in my place. When it really has no right to be, considering it just rained. But Yulia, I remember you saying that I know you didn't play much FGO, but I know you watched a lot of the anime. Now that I think about it, did they say they're coming? They're trying to do like a remake for one of the series at some point in time. I think it was what was it? Fate Strange Fate, or one of those? I think it was one of the novels that was happening. Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. Okay, so the mainstay ones. Have you had a chance to watch Fate Apocrypha at all? Out of curiosity? Well, I don't think Fate Apocrypha is as good as the original 2. It definitely is. It is still pretty good. Plus, you have more servants. Like the Holy Grail War for that is super large. You essentially get like 2 of each type of servant. It's great. That series was so like Apocrypha was silly. I know it didn't necessarily get like the greatest response, but I still enjoyed it. Plus, we got quite a number of servants that are like a bunch of fan favorites. Like, we got Mordred, we got Amakusa Shiro, Joan of Arc, like, we got Jean, Jack, this is where Jack appeared, Franny, and plenty more. Achilles is where it came out of? Karna? Like, just so many. You did watch a few of those. Okay, nice, awesome. Like I said, Apocrypha was very good. I liked what they were trying to go for. Though I will say there are definitely I wish Apocrypha took a little more from Zero and went into a little bit more about the different characters themselves. Zero did a phenomenal job with giving everybody a bunch of screen time, or at least as much like they gave a proper amount of screen time, so it didn't feel like any one particular servant was getting jaded. Even though yes, the main story is around Kirisugu and Saber and Iriasfield, they still got quite a bit of screen time. But it was still in relation to everybody else, which is where you found out more about people and such. Yeah, I miss Zero. Maybe that will be our first movie night. Maybe we'll come together and watch Fate Zero again. I technically do own the DVDs for that, so that is definitely a possibility. Granted, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, I have to figure out a way for me to share said things, but, you know. Yeah. And it would be a good entry point for anybody who hasn't seen the series either. I always say that if you're going to start with, either start with Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Stay Night, or Fate Zero. And then watch one of the other two. Like, those are good starters. Those are good starters before, if you want to know more about the universe and the overarching story that comes with it. So you know what? I would love if we got an animated version, even if it was like a movie or some sort, though they could definitely do it in episode form. I would love if they did an anime adaptation of Fate Ataraxia. That would be amazing. I would love to get a Fate Ataraxia anime. And it's totally not because I want to see more. It's totally not because of the fact that I love Bazette. Okay, I admit it. It's totally because I love Bazette. And Bazette needs to get way more screen time than she has. Fate Ataraxia is an epilogue to the original Fate Stay Night. Essentially what happens, Huh. Okay. I think we're back online? Can you guys hear me? Are you back? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Is everything okay? Hello? Hold on a second. Yes, you can. Okay, good. Awesome. Uh-oh. That's interesting. That's... Huh. Hold on a second, I gotta check something real quick. Okay. Okay, so stream is back, which is great. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like my recording is working properly. Uh-oh. More Scuff. Which is, that's fine. I mean, I can just get the VODs off of Twitch. So that's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. We should be back now. Where did you guys cut off at? I don't remember what we were saying before. Before the stream decided to kaput itself. That's so weird. Hopefully that this is not foreboding anything, on my end at least. I have to fix it, like something's breaking on my computer. That would suck. Because we were just talking about Fate Atraxia and such. Okay, now things are starting to come back. Okay, yeah, we were talking about Fate Atraxia. So the answer, but I don't know if you heard this, Yulia, before the stream cut out, but it basically it's an epilogue to the original Fate Stay Night. So it has pretty much all the main characters. I think the only one that's not there is Archer, if memory serves me correctly. I think Gilgamesh is, though. But it actually takes, even though Shiro and them are very prominent in the story, they're not the major focus. It is the main character of the story is a master named Vazette, who is actually the original master for Kul Kalain, and she was supposed to be Kul Kalain's master in the 5th Holy Grail War. Which is unfortunate because they don't really talk about it in the main series, but basically, she came to Fuyuki from Ireland, summoned Kul Kalain, was tricked by Kirei, was killed by Kirei, and she was just left for dead. What happened is the Holy Grail reached out to her, and to help preserve her life, put her into almost like a perpetual dream, where that she participated in the Holy Grail War, but rather than having Ku as a servant, she actually had an Avenger class servant, a la the original Avenger class servant Agramanyu. So you get to see her adventures during the war, along with more about like why the fact that the Holy Grail is corrupted. Yeah, it gives so much more information, because we know that there's something up with the Holy Grail, but we don't know why or how it got that way. Atraxia fills in those blanks, which is it's really good. And Bazette's such an interesting character, and despite and honestly, if she had participated in the war, like, and there was like no shenanigans whatsoever, I would put her as a dead ringer to be able to win it. Like, I think between her and Ku, the two of them would have had a really good chance of winning. I think Berserker would have still been a problem, but between her, Ku's Noble Phantasm, and technically hers, because technically speaking, she owns a Noble Phantasm, which makes her like I don't want to say too much without like giving away the whole plot, but Bazette has the ability in the right circumstances to kill a servant on her own, and I believe she did at one point, which is insane. So that is a series. That's a series that I want to see released. Another one that's really good is Fate's Strange Fate, which is an entirely different storyline altogether. It's basically a Holy Grail war that takes place in the U.S. Or at least it's in this universe. This Holy Grail war is what I think it was adopted into the U.S. or in the States. So you had some really interesting. So it was similar to Apocrypha in that you essentially had two sets of servants. I think that one had Gilgamesh in it as archer, as one of the archers. It had Jack the Ripper not the Jack the Ripper that we know from Apocrypha. It has a completely different Jack the Ripper. We have the Apolloda, who was the queen of the Amazons, as a servant. Who else? One servant that I would love to see just made into something, because he's a real... Just for the fact that I want to see him fight Gilgamesh and have Gilgamesh freak the hell out. I want to see... this war is the first... or one of the few, I think it's the only other story that we've seen where Hercules is summoned out as a servant outside of the Berserker class. He gets summoned as an archer, which, from my understanding, Achilles' best class is archer, considering his technique or his noble phantasm, or one of which, 9 lives, was a technique that was originally meant for using a bow. So he be at his prime as an archer. The only difference is that he, by some means, he actually has 2 classes. He's actually a mixed class. So he's both an archer and an avenger, because he, I think somebody used like some magic or some means from the Holy Grail to corrupt him. So technically speaking, he's Hercules' alter. But even still, he's stupidly powerful. Plus, it's just the fact that he laughs at Gilgamesh. He's like, "Ha! You have Ea? That's cute." But yeah, we have, like I said, Apolloda. Apolloda's there. Right! I think this one has Enkidu. Enkidu is summoned as a Lancer servant in this one as well. Enkidu is summoned as a Lancer servant, I believe. Right! This one has Ozymandias in it. This is the first series that Ozymandias appeared in. So Ozzy is in this one too. He was summoned as a rider in this one. But I completely forgot about that. So yeah, Ozzy's in this. Like, Ozzy in this one, like I said, Jack the Ripper is. There's a rider servant in this one that's absolutely terrifying and is the embodiment of pestilence. So it's like the Black Death given form into the servant. Like, they had some really good ideas for servants in this one. So I cannot wait, because I thought there was talks about them animating Strange Fake. So hopefully we'll be getting that soon. If so, I am super excited. And I hope we'll get some servants from that in this game. Because if we do, oh my god. Oh man, it's going to be fun. After this battle, I think I want to see where we're at and then go from there. Let me see. Oh, now that I think about it, I think this is the first series as well that Brynhilda was introduced as a servant. And that's where she carried over into FGO. Which I am totally happy seeing Brynhilda animated and fighting and looking as gorgeous of a Valkyrie as she is And as beautiful as a fighter as she is as well. I love Brittany so much. I love Brynhilda so much. She's so good. I love my ASMR Lancer. That's my, outside of Brittany, that's my nickname for her. Don't judge me. Man, but I am, you know, there is something, and this is kind of going into what I was talking about before. I would like, at some point in time, and this is just being, no judgment. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you. I appreciate that. No birds of judgments here. I would like, because my love for words are hard. I apologize. I would like to attempt to finish writing this fanfic story that I've started writing years and years and years ago after I first got into Fate, where it's my own rendition of a Holy Grail War. And I want to see if I can come up with a... Oh, okay, we're almost there. Nice. I think we'll stop once we get to 12,000. So we probably have a couple more battles in us then. But I definitely want to... Though now that I think about it, I think what I might do is try to create different servants out of the original ones that I had situated. Even though I probably could just stick with the servants I had in mind for the story, and then maybe I'll post it somewhere for everybody to read if anybody's interested. Just so I can I think that'd be just something fun to write. Though that fan fiction is one of the reasons why I'm so dead set on getting very specific servants in this game. I'm very happy to say that most of the servants that I had picked out, and at the time, none of them had been released yet because FGO didn't exist. Most of the servants that I picked out for my own Holy Grail War have been made into actual servants. So the fact that I'm able to play as most of them is a blessing. I'm so happy about that. And my collection's almost done. Technically speaking, if I only had the roll for 2 sets of servants, I only need 2 more and my list is finished. Because I have everybody else. No, I'm sorry, there's 3 more. There's 3 more that I need to collect. Between Sherlock being one, Sherlock was actually my archer. In a similar vein to how Moriarty is, where he just used a ranged weapon. Captain Nemo, who was my first choice. Although no, I'm sorry, Achilles was my first choice, but when I found out that Achilles had already been made into a servant, I was like, no, I want to make a new one. Captain Nemo was my first choice. I just ended up switching to somebody else because I couldn't come up with a reasonable skill set or power set for abilities. So there's an angry puppy around here. Puppy, I'm sorry for whatever I did that made you upset. But between the Captain Nemo and then Sherlock, Morgan Le Fay would be the last one on the list since she was the caster that I had set for the war. But who knows? I think what I might do is I'll revamp it to where I'll take out all the servants that were originally going to be a part of the war that are already servants and create some new ones. I do have a couple of them I have in mind. Yes, Morgan! I love Morgan so much! Oh my god, I screamed. I screamed when I found out Morgan Le Fay had been made into a servant. I was so happy. I was so happy that my predictions for Avalon Le Fay, when it was first being spoiled or like leaked for the name of the sixth singular or the sixth Lost Belt, I was like, please give us Morgan Le Fay. Please give us Morgan Le Fay. Oh, I love her so much. And from the bits that I've read about her, they've done such a good job with making her like a compelling character. I was so worried that even though you can play into that, I'm so happy they went the direction that they went into, and that she's not. Oh my god! Yes! You didn't know she was an FGO? Yeah! Yeah, she's an FGO now! Oh my god! She's so cool! I will have you look into her yourself, but let me just say, she is not the servant, she is not in the class you would expect her to be in. But she's the reason why, she's one of the main characters of Avalon Le Fay. So, yeah, it's, along with her Fey Knights, she's the reason, she's the one who created the Fey Knights of the Round in the first place. So for just that alone, I love her, but her story and her skill set and just everything about her is just, it's so good. It's so good. Yes, it is. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god, I love Morgan so much. So she's gonna be on my list of servant. When Lost Belt 6, the year that Lost Belt 6 come out, I am going to go hard into rolling for her to get as many copies as humanly possible. Even though she's probably my second, she's my third favorite servant. Right? Right? The outfit and the dress that they have for her. Like, if you get a chance, I know there's a YouTube channel that does, it shows you, the animations for when all the new servants come out and their noble phantasm. Look that up. Her animations are some of the best I've seen for a servant. They look so, and I love her noble phantasm too. Just everything about her is just so good. It's a shame. It's kind of, I find it kind of funny because Tamamo is my favorite servant, and I don't, and maybe it's just because she's a support rather than a damage dealer. I only have her at NP1, and I'm totally fine with keeping her at NP1. I don't need more copies of her. I'm fine if I end up getting spooked by more copies of her, because I will definitely put that to use, but it's not like I don't care. Like, if I don't, I can live without getting, NP 2 or 3. Dantes and Morgan, on the other hand, since they're going to be main damage dealers, definitely. Oh my god. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they decided to release her veil version of her outfit, like when she's when you fight her in Lost Belt 6, because she has her crown mixed with her veil, the veil that she has over her face. That looks amazing, and I love, oh my god, her dress is so good. It's so well designed. They did such a good job with Morgan. The nice thing is too, when Morgan comes out, we'll have 3 chances to roll for her during the year. Like, I think what ended up happening is she came out with the release of Lost Belt 6. I believe she was in the free SSR for the anniversary. She was one of the servers you could get from it, and literally a few weeks after that, and after Oberon? I think Oberon and Koenskaya came out. She came out. She had another raid up, so she had 2 raid ups in the same year. I don't know why they had decided to do 2 raid ups. I'm not complaining because that will give me more chances to save up for her. But like, oh my god, like between Dantes and her, and even Tamama no Mai, even though, well, maybe not so much Tamama no Mai. I would do more Tamama for more like bragging rights to say that because I love her. Like Dantes and Morgan are 2 servants that I would not mind getting extra MP copies to. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. Those 2, like, or at least getting MP5. I'm at least gonna try to get Morgan to MP2, but depending on what else comes out this year, I would probably be fine with getting higher copies of her. And I probably will get higher copies of her, since I love her, because I'll be using her a lot. She's essentially going to become my boss killer. My plan is if everything goes out well, I'm gonna have things set up where I'll have a generic team that I'll use for most content. I'll have a mainstay team for bosses or harder content like challenge quests and stuff, and then I'll just kind of like rotate characters out depending on like weakness types and such. And then wait, I think I said farming. Yeah, I'll have a farming team set up too. But yeah, I think the outside of Morgan, like listen, Morgan and Dantes are the only 2 that I would want to get like higher NP copies of. The only other servant that I'm going to be, at least attack servant, that I'm going to be getting extra like NP levels for will probably be Dioscuri when they come out. Since they will most likely not be a mainstay on my art team, and I probably will be using them a lot. I love I'm so glad I decided to take a second look at Dioscuri. I love those 2 so much. They a little aside about myself. Dioscuri reminds me very much of my own brother and sister. Because they're based after the Gemini twins, and my brother and sister are twins that were born in June, which is the month of Gemini. They have a special place in my heart. So they remind me of those 2. So it's almost like I'm fighting with them, you know. As silly as that sounds, that's one of the main reasons why I like them. But will be getting I will be getting, or at least trying to go for NP2 of them. If I at least get NP1, I'm totally happy with that. So long as I have a copy, that's all I care about. Just give me my Gemini twins, please. Please. Yeah, but beyond that, yeah, that next year and then the year after that are gonna be big for rolling. So expect more episodes of Gotcha Hell next year. I will definitely be continuing that on that series. Okay, thank you, Ilya. I've been trying to, since I've been in the process of getting more servants and such, or at least nowadays I'm more selective as far as what servants that I have. I want to try to use them more. Because I know I got a lot of spooks that I don't see myself using at any point in time, which I feel that's a bit of a shame, because I know, like, I want to start trying to use more of the servants in my Chaldea. And I will say I have been using the rewards and stuff that I've been getting from Guildfest to level servants that I normally never would have leveled in the first place. So so in a way it's like forcing me to use use different servants outside of like my favorites, which I will definitely be using those more, but still. Just seeing just seeing some of my favorite content creators like Miss and Lilia Quina, especially Lilia Quina. If any of you, if you guys are into FGO or Genshin Impact, especially FGO, definitely go give Lilia a follow. I don't think she doesn't stream, but she does YouTube content. She does a ton of good stuff. Like, she has a very unique perspective for looking at servants when they come out. So I always respect her opinions when guides and things come out. And she has she has put a limitation on herself to only use one of like the major support servants, so that way she can challenge herself, along with allowing her to show that even without like multiple copies of like the best servants, certain servants are still good in their own right. Are we done streaming? Not just yet. I'm gonna go on for a little while. I'm gonna go on for a little bit. I think after maybe like another battle or two, stream will end. Okay, you got me scared there a little bit, Talon. I was super worried. I was super worried that the stream was gonna end again. But yeah, we'll be closing up shop soon. And then we can go and raid some happy people. Oh, no worries, Tal. Like I said, I was just worried that, like I said, my connection was just crapping out for some reason. But yeah, Lily actually has a setup where one of her main two servants that she uses, because she focuses on using quick teams, she uses her two favorite servants are Atalanta Alter and Pravati. Pravati's her favorite servant, and she abuses Pravati. Like, it's insane to see how she like handles boss fights and such with Pravati. And most of the time, a good portion of the time, she doesn't use Scotty. Like, she uses like Chiron and other supports to boost up Pravati's power and just let her go. I think nowadays she, like, for certain setups she does, but I have a lot. It's like I have a lot of respect for her because of that. And I want to try to do something similar to her, where she's just using her favorite servants, and like she's just using her favorite servants in like these little quote unquote non-meta teams that are extremely effective. So hopefully, as time goes on, once I'm able to get more of my team like fully leveled up, I want to start doing more challenge quests and things, whether it be on stream or off stream, so that way I can just show off my favorite servants more. Because I will say I have found some with just some tests I've done, I found some hilarious setups that I'm excited to test out. Well, okay, so I think this might be the last one we'll do. Because I think by this point, we should have enough to open up 20 more boxes. So we'll end off with Guildfest at being 80 boxes rather than the 50 that I ended off with last time. So huge improvement. If I had more apples, I would have gone harder. But I want to save the rest of my apples for Oni Land Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let me see. Am I forgetting something here? Okay, here we go. But yeah, I'm hopefully in the next coming weeks / months, I want to try to do just more FGO content outside of Gacha Hell, because I don't see myself doing any more rolls until later. Since of course I'm not made of money or anything like that, so I'm not like I don't try to roll for every single servant, because I would be like, I wouldn't know what to do with them all. But I want to at least start just use maybe coming up with some weird comps that I can use for challenge quests, or maybe just show off my favorite servants, and just maybe I'll just use it to just come up with some wonky setups. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll come up with a series or so once I'm able to at least maybe starting right with what the servants I have right now, and just show off my favorite servants, and maybe do some challenge quest or just something like that. I don't know. I will have to see. Yeah, this should be enough, I think. But I'm happy that even though we weren't able to play Genshin Impact, I'm kind of glad that we were able to play this instead, to a point. I'm hoping that I'm able to fix my PlayStation after stream is done and figure out why the heck it cut out. But so I don't lose my data, which thankfully I'm not gonna lose my data. I just have to get another PS4. I just essentially just have to log in since it's tied to my main account. So I can just transfer that and maybe get that set up on my PC and just start playing from my PC going forward. The part that would suck would be I have a game I have to finish for stream next week. So I'm hoping I at least get it working for at least that. Yeah, that is the hope. And yes, okay, we got the 12K. So we have 20 boxes, and I will be spending time opening those boxes after stream or the next couple of days. But yeah, as I said before, in 2.5 hours, not bad. I figured it would take a little longer than that, but we're gonna call it here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm glad all you guys had fun. Hopefully we can do more streams like that again, or maybe one day soon, rather than just playing a game, maybe we'll just do a just chatting stream of some sort. We can just get together, maybe just find some topics we can talk about, and then just go from there. I think that'd be kind of fun. More than anything, I'd love to be able to talk with you guys. I love talking with you guys. All of you have such interesting stories and things, so I want to learn more about you guys. Please tell me your secret. Well, okay, maybe not your secrets, but just tell me more about you, please. I would appreciate that. But let's see, since we're going to be closing up shop, as it is tradition, let's go and raid somebody. Let's not do that and blow everybody's ears out. Who's streaming today? Oh, Kylier is. Okay, I haven't seen Kylier stream in a while. Kylier is a pretty cool dragon lady VTuber. Let's go bug her. She's super chill as well. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna go bug her. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it stream. We're gonna go off to take the offline stream, then go raid her. But I will see you guys on Saturday where we'll be playing more Tactics Advance and watching me gush over that game more because I love that game. But that will be at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to come by and just hang out, it's going to be more comfy. like this stream was as well. Just and maybe we'll try to do more quests and stuff. And I'm gonna try to maybe do some side quests to kind of speed things along as well. But we'll see. Until then, guys, I will see you all on Saturday. Until then, take care.